have to become so serious about your goals and working towards them. Otherwise, you will spend your whole life watching other people accomplish their goals. You will always be a side character in someone else's main character, and you don't want to do that. Your life is about you. You are there first. You cannot live a fulfilled and happy life if you're constantly putting other people in front of you, and if you're constantly worrying more about them than you're worrying about yourself. If you have a goal and if you want to achieve something so bad, you will automatically not care about anybody else because you have tunnel vision. You literally only look at the goal and you're like, I'm gonna accomplish this no matter what. No matter what. Start thinking bigger. Open your mind. Do I want to be unhappy because of somebody that does not care about me? No, I don't. So I choose myself. And I will always continue to choose myself. So I choose myself. And I will always continue to choose myself.
The number one thing I can give you that I do, I focus on myself. And what I mean by focus on myself is that I pour into myself. I watch YouTube videos, I listen to podcasts, I take time out of my day to look after myself in whatever way that feels good to you, right? Like for me, it's watching YouTube videos, listening to podcasts, filling my own cup. Another thing is that stop paying so much attention to what's missing and start focusing on what is there. So if you want better treatment from your husband, stop putting the focus on him and put it on yourself.
Do not let a guy have you skipping the gym. Do not let a guy come into your life and have you falling off your routine, falling off your grind, or laying up and eating a bunch of food because I miss you and you're always at the gym. Yes, I am. And I'm going to continue to always be at the gym. Well, if you go to the gym 3 times a week and you go at these certain times, he can hang out with you outside of those times. Do not have him you question, oh, maybe I am going too much, or maybe I can skip today because today turns into tomorrow turns into the next day, and before you know it, you've gained 20 pounds because you've thrown your goals and aspirations to the side to hang out with this fella. Okay, so do not allow that to happen, because when the breakup comes and you're looking at all the weight that you gained in this relationship, you're going to be so upset with yourself, like, how the heck did I allow this to happen? Fitness was a priority when you met him. Fitness is going to be a priority after meeting him. So do not let them have you thinking you're doing too much, you're working out too much, you're going to too many run clubs, you're going to too many Pilates classes. No, like, this takes discipline. So letting someone come in and just switch up everything that you don't know from Jump Street, no, it doesn't work like that. So put yourself first and you will thank yourself later. And your goals are there for a reason, and not let anyone let you stray away from them.
The actual number one best tip I have ever taken from the internet when it comes to relationships is being more self-absorbed and more self-focused. And I think a lot of women can relate to this. Like, as women, we have this like natural tendency to like make our whole lives and our whole state of like our mental state all about the person that we're with. Like, I'm constantly thinking about them, constantly daydreaming, constantly thinking, when am I going to see them next? Like, my whole world revolves around this other person, or did at least when I was younger. And as I'm getting older and understanding dynamics better, the number one tip for me has been turning the focus right back to me. If you want to learn how to do this, the best person to watch is Shira7. Someone will ask her like, well, what if my man's like going partying? What if my man doesn't like me anymore? I feel like the spark's fading. She's like, so do you still like him? Does he worry what you're doing? Like, everything should be about you. And no one's saying don't care about your partner. That's like not how this should be taken. But it's more like the focus shouldn't be so much about what they're doing, who they're seeing, who they're hanging out with. It should be what you're doing, who you're seeing. Like, the focus should just be about you and what you're doing. And this is especially true if you're one of those anxious girlies that is like constantly stressing about her man and like worried and maybe not as trusting. Like, focus on you. Like, be a little bit more superficial, focus more on you. It takes a little bit of rewiring your brain to think this way, but once you do, trust me, it's the most peaceful thing on planet Earth.
You do hard things for others all the time. You can do hard things for you too. You don't mind getting up early at a time that you don't want to be up to go work for someone else's vision, to do something for somebody else. You can do that for your own vision too, I promise you. If somebody needs help moving heavy things, you're there. But when it comes to lifting heavy weights at the gym, it's a tussle. You can do that too. You deserve to. You deserve to do hard things for you too, because that's where the real change starts to happen.
Who are the most magnetic people that everyone seems to be drawn to? The people that are obsessed with themselves and put themselves first. When you love yourself and you're genuinely obsessed with who you are as a person, people reflect that back to you. And I'm not saying to walk around being like, I'm so perfect, everyone's obsessed with me, because that just exudes the exact opposite energy, which is I need your validation to feel like I'm all those things. That's not what I'm talking about here. But when it's a silent knowing that you carry, when you walk around in the world, people can feel that. And when your life fully revolves around you, your workouts, your schedule, what do you want to do today? What do you feel like doing? When you're fully obsessed with yourself and your goals, and you put you first, and you don't neglect a single part of yourself, that's what's magnetic. My best friend is amazing at this. She'll never skip a workout class just because we have plans right after. She eats at restaurants alone, and she says no to group plans if she doesn't feel like it that day. Make time for the people that you love in your life. Always make it a priority to check in with everyone that you love, but never neglect yourself in the process. Pour into your own cup. You are the most magnetic when you're obsessed with yourself.
How do you rebuild self-worth after years of abandoning yourself? I get this question all the time. People think that rebuilding yourself starts after you leave the relationship or the friendship or the job that's draining you. But for me, it started while I was still inside it, in really tiny moments where you start returning to yourself again. I would do little things like go for a walk alone. I started the gym, started lifting weights. That did so much for my mental health. Started eating properly again. Practicing saying no without over-explaining. Resting without guilt. And honestly, sometimes it just begins by finally admitting to yourself, I'm not happy here. That is where rebuilding begins. Self-worth is not built in this, one big, massive, dramatic moment. It's built every time you stop abandoning yourself in small ways. That's what happened to me. One of the first ways I started reconnecting with myself mentally was by lifting weights and going for walks. Taking care of my body helped me to feel strong and capable and present, and it just helped my mind go quiet for a while. And then once I left, I started to slowly reconnect with old friends. Did things like listen to music and dance and buy myself flowers and just little acts of self-care, things that were just for me. And over time, those small acts of care started changing the way I saw myself. And when you've abandoned yourself for so long, you then start to realize, I matter too. I matter too. My peace mattered, my body mattered, my happiness mattered. And once a woman truly starts to reconnect with herself in this way, it becomes really, really hard to stay in places that require you to disappear and to abandon yourself. That is how rebuilding begins. It's choice by choice, boundary by boundary. Many women don't realize how much self-abandonment lives in our self-talk. Like, I really had to change the way I spoke to myself, and I tried to speak to myself in a way that I would talk to a best friend, with kindness and love and understanding and compassion. Self-worth is built in those moments where you stop being so cruel to yourself and start becoming a safe place for yourself instead. I started doing little things that reminded me that I was my own person again. I built a wardrobe that was for me, full of clothes that I liked. I changed my hair because I liked it. And, I started doing things not because someone else preferred it, but I started questioning, what is it I actually like? I listened to music I loved without worrying if anyone else approved it. I took myself out for coffee. I know these are really tiny things, but when you've spent years abandoning yourself, these tiny things become revolutionary. Every time you honor your own likes and dislikes and needs, your self-worth gets stronger. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, your self-worth gets stronger. Self-worth is built every time you choose yourself in tiny, small, consistent ways. That is how women slowly come home to themselves again.
Keep yourself looking nice. Keep yourself looking good. Don't let yourself go. All right? Some of y'all get in these relationships. Some of y'all getting married and y'all let yourselves go. And I don't know why y'all do that. Always got to look good. You got to keep your hair, keep your nails, keep your makeup. Lose the weight when you can. Thank goodness for, weight loss clinics now. But definitely keep yourself up.
I feel like every category in life is designed to test if you'll finally pick yourself, and every time you do, you close a karmic loop and move one step closer to sovereignty. So majority of romantic situations actually test if you'll betray your standards just to feel chosen. Family dynamics usually test if you'll abandon your boundaries just to keep the peace. Work usually tests if you'll ignore your purpose for a sense of safety. And friendships usually test if you will shrink to avoid feeling like too much. So choosing yourself is not selfish. It's actually a portal to a new timeline. That is why you should always put yourself first.
Be selfish. It's always, we got to be super mom, super wife, super girlfriend, super, super aunt, super, we're always super. Until we ain't got nothing left. Right. And then once this cup is full, water all over the table, and then this is just empty, and we still pouring. Yeah. We still pouring. At this point, we knocking the back of the cup trying to see what else we can pour out. Right. While we running dry. It is important to, even if you take out the physicality of everything, we deserve to be able to be selfish sometime, because we're always selfless. Yeah. We're always selfless. When are we going to be selfish and put ourselves first? Right. When are we going to love us first? Yeah. You get what I'm saying?
Do not let your emotions stop your productivity. You are entitled to a bad day. We're going to have bad moments. It's going to be times where you feel so tested and so tried. But do not let your emotions be an entryway for the enemy. I'm going to say that again. Do not let your emotions be an entryway for the enemy. At any time, any given moment where somebody bother you, you upset, you irritated, you sad, you stop. You stop. The enemy don't even got to work hard with you, because all he got to do is get you in your feelings. Whether you sad, mad, angry, upset, you tired, you know what I'm saying? How many times have you been at work knowing you wanted to go to the gym that night because you missed the gym that morning, and you like, man, I'm tired, I'm not gonna go. And then you just don't go, and then you wake up the next day and now you feeling shame and guilt, right? Do not let your emotions stop you from becoming who you know God is calling you to be. Literally, all it takes is for one moment where you're not satisfied, you tired, you sleepy, you stressed, you this, you that, to get you to stop. That's all it takes. And don't let it be that easy. Don't make it that easy for the enemy to just creep in. All he got to do is drop this little thing and make this one little thing happen. Or God allows the enemy to make this one thing happen. And then now your whole week is messed up. Your whole day is messed up. Something happened in the morning that got you tight. For the whole rest of the week, the whole rest of the day, your life is over. You know what I'm saying? So don't make it so easy for the enemy.
I used to be the person who wanted to save everybody, but now I just want to save what's left for myself. I spent so many years pouring into everybody else, filling everybody else's cup up while I was running my own empty. Do you know how that feels? Do you know how damaging that is to a person? I damaged myself for so many years because I was trying to save everybody else, not knowing that I should have been trying to save myself. I should have been filling my own cup up. I should have been pouring into my own cup. I gave so much that I felt like I didn't have anything else to give myself. So I lost myself in the midst of all of that. I didn't realize who I was anymore. It took a while for me to drag myself up out of that, to build my way back up out of that, because that will leave you in a space that you don't want to be in, mentally, physically, emotionally, financially. You can't just keep pouring into other people and not get anything back in return. It took me years to rebuild myself, and I would never go back to that space again. I can't save everybody, and I understand that. I've tried so many times. I've tried for so many years. I put people in positions. I did everything that I was supposed to do. God knows, and he knows my heart. But at this season that I'm in my life right now, I can't give anything else to anybody else. I can only give to myself. And I don't mean financially. I mean spiritually. I mean emotionally. I can't give anything to anybody but myself and my children, because I need me. I'm the only person got my back. I'm the only person gonna show up for me. I'm the only person gonna take care of me. I'm the only person gonna have me when I fall flat on the ground. I can't pour into nobody else. This season I'm in my life right now is for me. This between me and God. That's it. That's all.
Whenever you're deciding to do something or make a move or anything, for the betterment of yourself, stop considering his feelings before your own. Okay? Because he won't do the same for you. Okay? Stop considering his feelings before you consider your own feelings. Stop trying to feel guilt about something you haven't even done yet. Stop trying to make it feel like, you're doing him wrong when he probably would jump at the chance to do, whatever it is. Stop caring more for them than they care for you. This is going to hold a lot of women back, and they don't even realize it. When a man knows that he cares more for you than you do for him, he will fight for you, because he's in a vulnerable position and you're still a challenge that he hasn't conquered yet. So this is why some of y'all's men won't fight for you, won't try to get you back, won't try to do the most, won't pay the re-entry fee because you like them too much. Okay, you're not a challenge. They haven't conquered you yet.
And it's time to start prioritizing yourself. Put you first. That man gonna be okay. Them kids gonna be okay. Your friends, your family will be okay. You need to put you first this season for the first time. I know you love your people, you want to do for them, but what good is it if you doing for everybody else, but you're not looking out for yourself? Make that make sense. It's okay to do for you, set healthy boundaries, and focus on yourself. You can't keep pouring from an empty cup. That's why you frustrated. That's why you tired. That's why you overstimulated, because you're looking for something in return, but you are emptying yourself for everyone else. So now it's time to focus on you and do not feel guilty about it. It's okay.
Hey, sweetheart. Put yourself first. You know, when you start putting everybody else ahead of yourself, you lose a part of yourself. You know, you forget about what's important. You know, why am I doing this? And if something happens when you're putting others first, your plans go awry. You know, so this is a reminder that get a calendar. Put all the things you want to do. Everything you've been planning, you do you first. And then, if somebody else has an idea, a thing they want to do, yeah, you can put it in after you've taken care of yourself. Because that's what's most important. If you don't love yourself and you can't love yourself day to day, then how are you to love anybody else? Take care of you first, the rest will come. Okay? Have a great day.
This is just a reminder that doing what is best for you doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel like it's the right thing in the moment. Doing what is best for you will not give you instant gratification. And I think that a lot of people need to hear that, because it is daunting taking a step where you have to put yourself first, removing yourself from whatever situation it might be that is causing you stress, upset, anxiety, whatever it may be, right? The initial stages of taking that step and putting yourself first and going, I need to do this for me, does not feel nice. It doesn't feel nice. It doesn't feel good walking away from things, people, situations. It does not feel nice in the moment. In fact, it can feel heartbreaking in the moment. It can feel heavy in the moment. You can second guess whether it's the right thing for a really long time, and then you will realize why it was the right thing to do. Because I think in the back of your mind, you know that it's the right thing to do, because that's why you're making the step that you're making. Don't expect it to feel good straight away. The fog will clear and you will understand, and you will see it more clearly, and you will understand that this is why you had to do what you did. You will not see that, and you will not get that satisfaction in the early stages and in that very moment.
Over the last couple of weeks, I've really taken some time to kind of step back and analyze the people that are in my life, right? And no, this is not me saying that people in your life are always supposed to benefit you, but if they're not benefiting you in any way, shape, or form, then most likely they're probably holding you back or dragging you down. And sometimes it takes you being that bigger person and taking that bigger step to say, hey, you know, I don't think this is working out, whether that's on a friendship level, a more serious relationship level, or even a family level. And I am taking that initiative in my life to say, I'm not going to allow anybody to use me, abuse me, drag me down, or hold me back. You have that power in your life, and you would be amazed to see what happens when you take those people out of your life.
You already have the greatest love of your life. You just don't realize it till you find it, and that is yourself. Amen. Because people race so hard. All you read in magazines, and the biggest topic to talk about is finding love and swiping right, and when you're going to find that one. Yo, you're with the one you're going to spend the rest of your life with already. And it took me time to actually realize I always put myself behind my work, finding that right romance, being the right wife, being the right marriage, and those things aren't wrong. And I'm not saying that I have regrets. It takes you certain things to finally get who is the person in the mirror that you've neglected the whole time. So I really do think thank those experiences that it took me to get there, because some people will spend the rest of their life not knowing to put themselves first and to miss out on the truest love you'll ever experience. Because once you got that down, the rest is bliss.
I always like to tell people,
you got tissue?
It can't rain forever.
Yes, yes.
The sun is gonna shine again, and sometimes it's gonna shine so bright on you when it does.
Yes.
Things that you would never expect. Sometimes you feel the world is against you. So many of us have felt that way. But it doesn't have to stay that way.
That's right.
When you focus on yourself, you look different. Your glow is different. Your skin starts changing. You start feeling better. No one's calling your phone 24/7. You're not waking up to a million text messages, or even you don't even argue no more. You let things be what it is, because at this point, the only thing you can control is yourself.
There's a difference between being selfish and putting yourself first, because being selfish is like a disregard of other people, and putting yourself first is, I'm going to take care of me and then I'm going to take care of you.
Yeah.
Like,
order of operation.
Yeah. I'm not disregarding you. It's just, like on the plane, I have to put on my mask before I put on yours.
I used to really hate people who understood that and moved with that in their spirit.
You hate it, or you were jealous?
Jealous. My hate is always jealousy. You know what? For sure. And really envious, and just, how are you doing this? And then I would be like, they don't even feel ashamed about it.
The biggest change, the biggest success in your life will happen when you're focused on yourself in here in a healthy way. When you're keeping promises to yourself, you're taking care of yourself, you're minding your business instead of getting caught up in drama that has nothing to do with you. Trust me on this. Put your energy into your own life. Don't obsess about what anyone else is doing. You will notice that you carry yourself differently. I think people really pick up on that more than anything else. It just comes across in your energy and your aura. That kind of confidence hits so differently.
I'm not going to be the first person to tell you this, and definitely probably not the last, but you have free will to do whatever you want. Stop putting yourself in a small box. I've had such a hard time with that, putting myself into this box in this small town, feeling stuck, like I have nowhere to go, when I literally have free will to do whatever I want. I keep making up these excuses for why I can't do this, when in reality I can really just go do it. So today I'm challenging myself to actually go out there and put myself in a new environment. And I'm going to do that by the littlest things. I'm going to go try a new gym and go to a coffee shop or something to work, because I'm so tired of feeling stuck, making myself so miserable for no reason when I have all this free will to do all of these things. We can't be the victim of our own lives when we have full control of whatever we can do.
I know it's hard choosing yourself first, but start choosing yourself first. Start putting your happiness first. Start putting your goals first. Start putting your family first. Start putting yourself first. I know sometimes we might feel like we're being selfish, but this is your time to be selfish. This is you needing to be in your selfish era so that you can grow. Start prioritizing your happiness first.
For most of this year, you were looking out for everybody else. You were considering everybody else, everyone else's feelings, everyone else's perspective, their thoughts. Cool. Going into this new year, babes, put your oxygen mask on first. Put your oxygen mask on first. You know how, like, on the plane they say, put your oxygen mask on first before you look around and help somebody else. I'm just the messenger. Everyone else is doing what's best for them, babe. It's time for you to start doing what's best for you. And I'm not saying they're not considering you, but babe, start to consider yourself. Okay, we're aligned. Do we have alignment? Okay. I love you.
Many women think being a maid and always being there for people and helping others before they help themselves is a righteous thing to be, but it really is just dumb, and you're going to be taken advantage of in relationships and in your family life. Because the thing about people and how they view women as of service to them. Children view women as of service to them. Okay, family views the women in the family as service to them, which is why women are always cleaning up at the family gatherings. Men view women as extensions of them. You need to mold yourself to fit into my life. I don't mold for you. That's the mentality. Okay, so when you are somebody who is proud as a woman to be a maid, to be helping others before you help yourself, and to be sacrificing for others, you're just dumb, because you're going to ruin your own life, and you're going to get to a point where you realize I spent 20, 30, 40, 50 years putting all this energy into other people and no one is doing that for me. No one is sacrificing for me, okay? Because people see you as slaves, people see you as selfless, and then women are brainwashed into thinking it's righteous. The number one thing that people say about me is that I'm selfish, okay? Or I know that that's certain people's perception of me. Men say I'm selfish, and I think about myself a lot. And in the workplace, they say I'm selfish, and I love that for me because yes, I am. I don't give a damn about you. I will not put you before me ever, okay? The only person that will ever be put before me is if I decide to have children. Everybody else can go to hell, period. Because I'm nobody's maid. I have my own aspirations, my own goals, my own path. And especially in your 20s, you have to be putting that first before everything else. And people say that you should be dating to marry and all these things. I think that's important, but that should not be your main goal. You should have other goals outside of a man and children, Jesus Christ. Okay? You need to have other goals outside of that. What do you want your life to look like outside of just your home life? Because you're not just going to be at home. You need a career. You need a way to be making money. Making money and not even just having one stream of income, but more than one stream of income is very important. And I feel like we don't put the emphasis enough on that. And then you get into these relationships where you're combining and splitting and all these other things, and you don't really have something that's 100% your own. Okay, having something that's your own first, having a career that's your own and multiple streams of income that is your own is very important. And I think a lot of women in their 20s waste time not thinking about that, while men are out here thinking about in their 20s, how can I start a business? How can I do the most to put myself in a particular position so I can access a certain caliber of women? Okay, they're looking at their money first. Men put their money before everything, for their children, before their wives, before everybody. That's why they get so nasty during divorces, and that's why they hate when they're put on child support, because money's more important than their own children, literally. And you're sitting up here talking about love and affection, okay? And our counterparts are not thinking about that.
Be a good woman to yourself. Make it happen. Shock everyone. One of the best feelings in the world is knowing that you don't owe anybody shit. This includes money, explanations, excuses, knowing that you can go out and get it by yourself, knowing that you bring happiness to you and you don't have to go out looking for it. If you meet somebody, it's because they're adding to your happiness. They're meeting you halfway. They're adding value to your life, not taking away. You gotta know your worth, ladies. Set those standards high and know that if you're with someone, it's because you choose to be with them, not because you need them.
It's not selfish to put yourself first.
No, it's self-full.
It's self-full.
It's self-full to be first, to be as good as possible to you, to take care of you, to keep you whole and healthy. That doesn't mean that you disregard everything and everyone, but you want to come with your cup full. You know, my cup runneth over.
Yeah.
What comes out of the cup is for y'all. What's in the cup is mine. But I got to keep my cup full. It has to be full.
I like that.
And so many of us think that, you know, we're going to get brownie points in heaven, like we're going to get to sit in the box seat section, if we just give and give and give and give. Now, here's what the Course in Miracles says, which I love. The Course in Miracles says that when you give to others to the degree that you sacrifice yourself, you make the other person a thief. Because when you start sacrificing yourself for other people, you make them a thief because they're stealing from you what you need and they don't even know it.
You have to put yourself as a priority. People will totally change how they treat you. I know it's a big, huge change if you're a giver and a yes person, but it's going to be worth the change, and you'll have a way, way better day on a daily basis. You won't have to, feel like you're obligated to do something you don't want to do. You'll be more free, and you'll have higher self-esteem because you don't have people always expecting things of you or expecting to be put first when they're around you. No more doormat. Do you know that some people just hang around you because you don't put yourself first, and they know that they can get stuff out of you? That's the only reason that a lot of people are your friends. So you gotta understand that.
But one of the deepest forms of self-care is creating a life that you're in love with. And most of the time, that is a very heartbreaking experience. It's taking accountability for your growth. It's enforcing a morning routine and cooking yourself healthy meals and no longer running from your problems and calling a distraction a solution. It means letting some relationships go and know that not everyone in your life is meant to stay. Some people come into your life purely just to teach you how to grow and how to heal. Know and honor when it's time to let go of these
these bonds and give gratitude for their presence and purpose in your story. It's living the way that most people won't so that you can live the way that most people can't. It's you understanding that it is okay to let go of this version of you, the version of you that you created in order to survive, so that you are able to step into the version of you that you are meant to become. Babe, I know that your new life is going to cost you your old one.
One of the biggest mistakes women make is make their lives about get a guy, get a house, get married, and have kids. Because once you make your life that narrow, you have to compromise and compromise and compromise until all of a sudden you have no options. You have nowhere to go. You can't move. You can't shift. You can't go to the side. You don't have any independence and any power. Independence is not a bad thing. It's a wonderful thing. And you ought to have a bigger life, a life that involves passions and interests and opportunities and things that excite you that are unrelated to whether or not you got this guy or not. Does a couple of things for you. Number one, it gives you leverage in a relationship because you're not defined solely by that relationship.
Whatever you want from someone else, give it to yourself first. If you want compliments from someone else, give them to yourself first. If you want validation from someone else, give it to yourself first. Because no matter how many of them they give you, if you never gave it to yourself in the first place, it will never be enough.
Don't let life fuck you up. It's yours. It's yours to drive. Get up in the morning, write down what you're gonna do in a day. Be happy on your way to your job, even if you don't like it. You gotta be happy on your way to happy. Don't think you're gonna get there and be happy. You carry yourself with you.
I've learned that the breakthrough isn't in the spotlight, it's in the becoming. The becoming of a woman who knows her power, who knows her voice, who knows that her story matters. Keep creating, keep becoming, and keep giving yourself grace to evolve. Remember that you are not behind. You are being refined. Do not give up on yourself. It's important for us to walk in our authenticity. That is our superpower. Don't give up. Dream big.
When it comes down to disappointing other people or disappointing yourself, choose other people all the time. It is your job in life to disappoint as many people as you can so you do not disappoint yourself.
I'm in an era of my life where all I want to do is get closer to God, go to the gym, make a lot of memories with my family, read my Bible, drink my water, stay out the way, stay out the mix, stay to myself, eat healthy, make better choices in life, do what I got to do to become better in every area that I need to work on. Just be better all the way around. Like, I just want to be the best that I can possibly be. Like, this era of my life is very personal. It's for me and me only. Nobody else needs to understand it. It's just for me and God. The only person that needs to understand me right now in this era of my life is God. Like, I'm doing what I got to do for me. I'm making better choices in life that's going to help me elevate to where I'm trying to go, the person that I'm trying to become. I'm working on the old me so that the new me doesn't have to deal with the trauma that the old me dealt with. I'm healing all of the trauma from my past. I'm forgiving people. I'm moving on. And I'm just grateful to God for life and for experiences and for change. Like, change is beautiful when you really allow it to come, when you really allow it to happen for you and to you. It's a beautiful thing. And I'm just grateful for the era that I'm in my life because it's all about me right now.